Chance to escape Murdoch'sembrace of 2009 attended the wedding of News International chief redactor Web Kapost. The ceremony took place by leg at a country estate. I stood next to TV presenter Chris Morgan while Paul Deck, Daily Mail editor, was here 3 years away. Promoter was closer to the action. David Cameron hung up the slope. With all eyes turning to Reggie, walked down to the lake. At the reception, I had a broad conversation with Miss Cameron. I said I hoped he would not win the convention, but that did, and if he wanted to active provocative and standard, I would support him. For some time, the journalists in me had known that the relationship between politics and the media was not serving the public, but it was my first-hand experience of this cultural abuse and negativity that convinced me Prince President 24-hour news were making for let the leader to govern. It's got worse, hasn't it? He said. I replied that he would be a much stronger prime minister were he to take office, not feeling he owed anything to the big media groups. At that point, Mr. Murdoch joined us and we changed the subject. Perhaps we should not have done so, but we did. However, illustrated of something of the dishonest at the heart of what are essentially what a political and commercial relationship. It is not easy what that militant labor leader did last week. Make himself an enemy of some of the media's most powerful forces. He was right that given the media bias against her, he knew why we tried to level the playing field. In my own defense, as my diary shows, I argued for Samir with Tony Blair that we need to act on the culture of the media. At one point, he ticked me off, asking that I not make views so obvious in front of Mr. Murder, his son James, and Lassington, then chief executive of News International. Ultimately, Mr. Blair thought the press had become a problem, but that given our other priority, people will now understand our taking them on. But he also write that he would be a much stronger prime. He also thought it would look like revenge for the fact they had turned against it. And there were political considerations too. Trying to govern a re-election is hard without the press being against you. Except that for all of us, at times media support was something we created at the expense of positions of principal media issues. But that trap has now been sprung. The latest revelation have forced the police, News International, and the government to act. The police will now be more vigorous. News International will continue with their kamikaze crisis management, which one day will be studied as a textbook case of how not to do it. But the most important development are the Prime Minister during course into press practices and a new system of regulation. These mean we now have once in a generation opportunity for new settlement between politics, the media, and the public. Nobody can argue that we have the press we deserve. Pressured by technological change, a dominant strain of Prince media has gone into a spiral of decline, in which this scandal is only the most dramatic development. Mr. Cameron did not look comfortable announcing the reviews. He has personal relationship at stake, and given he hired Andy Carson as his communication director, his judgment too. Already the backlash from part of Prince media has gone into a spiral of decline. From begun to maintain anything but too slow. Already the backlash from part of press has begun as seek to maintain that anything but two slopes of regulation is installed in the free press. But Mr. Cameron must stand back from all that and ask himself what is the right thing to do. He did some of it last Friday. The judicial inquiry should be far-reaching. The news of the war is far from alone the usual dubious and illegal practices, as widely ignored reports from the Information Commission have shown. Part of British media reminds me of the trade union before Mrs. Thatcher. They feel untouchable. As I say above, Labour could and should have done more to deal with the fear of this. But just as the failure of Mrs. Thatcher's government to tackle MP's salaries, so the system by which it showered honors on editors and honors, a practice to which you put an end with a rule that no serving editor could be honored, means you to have something to answer for. Whatever the past, it is Mr. Cameron who must lead the country to a better place. Mr. Miliband has shown himself capable of playing a good and principled part, and so should the public. Ultimately, political debate will only improve if the public want it to. If they channel the anger at recent event into an assessment of what kind of people they read, whether they really want to live on a diet of celebrity, trivia, negativity, and abuse, to coin a phrase, we are all in this together.